All right. What's up, party people? I am Bass, and we are going to get into some sweet style flow dynamics today. So, everything is going to be moving, it is going to be flowy, but this is really an easy intro to dynamics. We're going to have some fun with it and just get loose. Get loose, baby. All right. So, stepping onto my mat, it's a sacred thing. We're going to step to blue 2 and blue 1. Sink down into your heels. Take a moment to just be still. Bring hands to heart center or down by the sides. Completely relaxed. Just easy, right? Just easy. Realizing that this is exactly where you are supposed to be. It's where you want to be. Knowing that the world continues to spin, but you can stop and stand still. And it will be waiting for you, I guarantee it. Another breath in, filling up all the way to the basin of the belly. Feeling those rib cages open up like an umbrella. Exhale, closing the umbrella. Drinking in again, 3-part inhale from the top, midsection, belly. Exhale from the top, midsection, belly. 3 more. Inhale fully in. And then lengthen out the exhale. Great time to use Ujjayi breath, activating that scraping throat breath. Drinking in from the top to bottom, releasing from the top to bottom. Now I just want to move, so we'll exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Breathe it in through the nose, out through the nose as long as you can. Release the right arm back, reaching the left arm forward, getting a nice little gentle twist here. And it's not about being able to reach that right arm back, compromising the hips, but instead squaring off those hips to the front of the room and then reaching back. Squeeze the legs together ever so slightly to stand taller and square forward. Exhale, release the right arm, both arms forward. Exhale, left arm back. Still keeping our gaze going forward here. Not really worrying about what's happening back behind us from an ocular perspective, but more from a inner perceptive perspective. Ooh, that was nice. Words are fun. Looking forward again, dropping the left arm, bring both arms together. Bring them back over the head, and then from here we're going to interlace all the fingers and fly our elbows a few times. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, draw the action from there. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw the action from there. And one more time, shoulder blades, open everything up, squeezing, loving it. And then releasing, hands come behind the head. Same thing, engage the shoulder blades. And this time, pull the arms apart now. Relax the shoulder blades. Notice it changes where the sensation is. Experience changes as we activate different levers, pushing different buttons on the control panel of experience. We are both the creators and the experiencers, which means we can also be the creators and the receivers of joy. Both arms come back up, drop the hands to heart center. Now we're going to do a little swinging. Bring the right arm up and around. Right back, palm faces in, and then palm faces open. Notice the hips staying forward and square. Really finding this range of motion, switch it up. It's about 3 times each direction. And opening that back up, squeeze the shoulder blades together here. And really feel how you can activate more motion, more range of motion. And release both arms. Just shake that out. That can be intense. To the other side. Up and over. Palm faces in, then it faces out. Palm faces in, and then it faces out. And then we shake it out about, boom. Let's do some hokey pokey. Boom, someone should turn the hokey pokey into a hip hop rap song. That would be sweet. Other direction. Opening the palm out as you reach back, finding that full range of motion, really working the head of your arm bone into, I want to use fancy words like labrum, but I also want you to understand what I'm talking about. So we'll just call it the socket, the joint socket, or the joint capsule, whatever helps you picture that. Both arms down, and bend, bring both arms up, interlace the hands, bend the elbows again, and then side bend here, just dropping over to one side, and still lifting through that side, pushing the opposite elbow up towards the ceiling. And then to the other side, lifting the raised elbow towards the ceiling. Chicken dinner. Inhale back up. Cool. Bring both hands down. And now we're going to hinge at our hips, push our tailbone back behind us. And then we're going to move here, inhaling up. Push it down through the heels, exhaling down. Shifting weight to the balls of the feet, pushing through the heels, pulling the feet apart. Exhale, squeezing the legs together, pushing the tailbone out halfway. Now pull the feet apart, stand back up, and exhale, pull the legs together, halfway, breath in, pause. Breath out, pause. Just a moment to notice the in-between, the space between breaths. Now hands can come to hips if you'd like. If you want a little more, bring your arms overhead. Notice the little curve in my back, encouraging the natural curves in my back, and my spine. And I'm going to continue to lower, deepening the hip crease, pushing my butt behind me, and then exhale, releasing into a rounding fold. Looking forward, little half lift, hands to shins, or keep them planted. I'm going to go hands to shins today. Slight internal rotation of the legs makes the hips bones smile. Hips bones are smiling. Exhale, forward lowering. Yeah, head goes heavy. And oh, yeah. Drip, drip, drop, drop. There goes the sweat. Rolling off our backs. Shifting the weight into the right foot. We're going to lower the left knee to the purple circle. Toes can land right in that green arch. A little less important. Straightening the front leg, drawing the toes towards the nose, and then shifting forward. Really gentle today, right? Hands can slide back, straightening out that front leg, and then finding a hip flexor stretch in the front of the back leg. Pulling back, drawing the toes and dragging the heel without moving it. Same thing, dragging the left knee and pulling the right heel still back. A little scissoring action here. Last one. Boom. Step forward, left foot to blue one. Inhale to half lift, create the flat back, navel in, shoulder blades pull back. Heart reaches forward. You can either look forward as long as you release the head at the bottom of your Uttanasana forward fold. So my feet are on blue one, blue two. Bend into the knees, inhale, stand up. Reaching high to the sky. And exhale, hands down. Let's pause halfway again. Exhaling halfway down. Pause, breath out. Inhale fully in. Hands to shins. And then exhale, fold forward. Head goes heavy. Shifting weight to the left foot, let's step the right foot back to green two, and then lower the right knee to the purple circle. Got a boo-boo on my right knee, and it just don't feel too good. But we're in this together. All right, rising back up into the kneeling knight pose, King Arthur. Okay, from here we're gonna do the same thing, a little bit of dynamic stuff, but really think like if your hands were here and you were pushing this knee over, you're working into some ankle mobility. Yes, you may get some hip flexor opening, but in fact you're getting a lot of ankle work too. And straightening this front leg, shifting forward, pulling the right knee, pushing it into the mat, pulling it forward, and really driving that left knee forward as well. Had to get off my knee here. Bending forward in, ya, and shifting back. Double ya ya. Oh mama, let's go one more here, and then pick up the back right knee, and let's go all the way back. Left foot to green one, right toes to green two, left hand, gold one, right hand, gold two, high plank. That's nice. So I got the external rotation, hugging everything to center line. I'm even pulling my wrist back towards my toes and my toes towards my wrist to really activate this plank. And we're gonna chill. Just let it be. Let it breathe. Like a fine wine, right? You don't want to rush into things. You want to let it marinate to create a moment. That's an experience that you merge with fully and wholly, with no resistance. Just adoration. And then from here, a long extended down dog for a moment. Heels stay lifted. Knees bend and hover. And then shift forward again, high plank. Let's go back, down dog, melt the heels, lift the heels, bend the knees, hover, and high plank. Heel set back, shoulders over wrist. Let's lower the knees again, slide the left wrist back to goal 3, right wrist back to goal 4. And pop the right foot back here. And we're gonna lift here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, squeezing the glute in, 7, 8, 9, bringing the right knee out, 1, lowering it, bring it up, 2, lower it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, back. Now flexing the knee, still lifting the thigh, or the knee rather, and then keeping the right front hip point square and equal with the left. So we're really working on opening up the front of the hip flexor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick it back out and lower the knee down. We're going to use that in a second. All right, left side, 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Equally distribute your weight between the hands. 8, 9, 10. Bringing the left knee towards the left armpit. Drop it from the tricep to the wrist. 1, bring it up. 2, bring it up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Send it back. And again, thinking about the left hip, bending the left knee. Hug the left heel in towards the hip. Extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower the left knee down. Now we're picking up to the other side. In fact, let's do a quick wrist check-in. Just make sure everything's good there. We're gonna take the back of our hands, roll fingertips to knuckles to wrist. And then shift your weight back just a touch, pressing down through the fingers, really spreading in what we call ground expansion. Ground expansion. Hand comes back. Same thing on the right. Fingernails to wrist. Hips sit back. Expansion. Taking care of these wrists. Let's go and TP them up. This is always an option to TP or use your knuckles. Sometimes blocks help a lot. All right, what we're going for here is now lifting the right leg, bending the right knee, sweeping the left arm out, capturing the top of the right foot, going over the top or from the inside out, kicking into the foot, maybe taking a gaze over the left shoulder. And here the right hip crease is staying down, the right knee lifts and the foot kicks into the arm. And one more breath in, release. Right knee comes back, left hand plants to the other side, left leg lifts, bend the left knee, squeezing in, right arm out, sweeping around, grabbing top of the foot, kicking, glancing, loving it. Take 3 breaths in. And again, the left hip creases down, pushing the right knee up and kicking the foot back. Shoulder blade hugs in, right shoulder blade, and release. Both hands down, both knees down, tuck the toes, in the green arches, green 1, green 2, push your hips back. So now we're on gold 3, gold 4, and toes are in green 1, green 2. Beautifully done, down dog. Go ahead and pedal it out. Relieving that low back. And here we go, bending the knees, shifting the hips back again, down dog. Bending the knees, hovering them, sending them back, down dog. 3 more times. Watch the feet, they're gonna wanna slip, really push them down. Make this action happen from the hips. And you're just locking out at the very end, just to get that deep stretch. And here we are, back and down dog. Inhaling the right foot up, back behind. Open the hip, squeeze the heel toward your left glute, as if you could tuck your right foot in your left hip pocket. And then bring the right knee around to the left elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, across the body. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, cross up the body, touch it. And bring it back. Long leg, squared hips, toes turned down. Right knee to nose, step through the blue 2. Now we're going to work on some hamstring lever arms. Straighten the right leg. Left heel stays lifted, pushing down through the webbing of the feet. You'll notice you can sag back and lose the benefit here. Or you can straighten your right leg and press down through the webbing of your left toes. Now hands, a great place to come to a block or 2. And we'll come up even higher if possible. So hands can be at hips as well. And then straightening the right leg with a micro bend. We're gonna fold over. Left heel melts. Straighten the left heel, reaching forward, half lift. Exhale, let the left heel relax. One more time, inhale forward. Exhale, relax. And inhale forward. Exhale, relax. Bending into the right knee. Step forward to blue 1. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold forward. Placing the left hand down on gold 1, right hand back on gold 2. Set up in your high plank, left toes to green 1, right toes to green 2. And I'm gonna slide back to gold 3, gold 4, but use the top lines, and then bend or shift forward. Shoulders move over the fingernails. I'm on my tippy toes. Now I bend into my elbows, and I'm gonna control this descent halfway, squeezing. You can always put a block underneath your chest to support this. You can always lower your knees. We get a little muscle control, squeeze in, trust the marrow in your bones to hold you. And then lower down. We'll tuck the toes, pull the shoulder blades back, lift the knees, straighten the arms. Look up for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana up top. Then knees come back down. Toes together, knees wide, arms stay reaching. Child's pose. The moment to relax here, staying in your child's pose. It's interesting what happens is we get so involved in what's happening, and our limiting beliefs come out in those moments of stress. And that stress doesn't have to be a boss yelling at you at work, or being in rush hour traffic, or stuck in your home and overwhelmed by it all, like a caged animal. But stress can simply be the stimulus for growth. And what comes from that is often how we approach that experience is from past experiences and the story, the way we interpreted those experiences. And then that plays over and over and over again, reinforcing our beliefs and how we think this world works, how we think life is. And that comes out in these subtle moments when we're working on the map. So just be aware as you go through your practice, where does your mind go? What does your thoughts do? What is the emotion that causes you to back out or to go in? So we're coming back up from child's pose. Big breath. Open mouth, exhale. Just a reset, sigh it out. Literally, let it be heavy. Don't make it pretty. One more time in. Just let it go. Get it off your back. I'm eating hair right now, but it's okay. I have very tasty hair products. Shifting forward again into that special high plank. Shoulders over. We're gonna go knees, chest, chin. Just make it easy on everyone this time. Shift forward, come up. Cobra, untucking toes or keeping them tucked under. Stylistic preferences. Back into down dog. All right, left leg lifts. Bend the left knee, open the hips, squeeze the left hammy so that the heel tries to tuck into the right hip pocket. Still relaxing the right heel down, pushing strong through both left and right hand. And then left knee comes across to right over. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, comes across. Inhale, send it back, this time touching up. And actually, let's keep that leg in here. Let's redo that. Keep that leg tight to the body. Now, when we send it back, we straighten out, square the hips, turn the toes down to the earth. And left knee forward and through to low lunge. Take a breath here. Exhale, lower the right knee. Straight. Okay, we're going to pick up the back right knee here. And perfect. We're going to straighten both legs, bring the blocks in. Some can do this without blocks. I could possibly do this without blocks, but I like blocks. It's an opportunity to optimize and really make the most of your practice. So back heel lifts, shifting my weight forward. It begins to bring the experience into my left leg. Now as I modulate the breath, I'm able to keep my responsiveness in place rather than my reactivity. Heel lifted, heart forward, exhale, mount. Inhale forward. And when I say melt, I mean controlled lower, but you melt the mind. You relax what you think you know. You suspend all disbelief. Inhale up. You even exhale down. Mold new understandings, new beliefs. Inhale up one last time. This time pulling the left heel back, driving the right toes down. And exhale, bend the left knee, lower the right knee. Take both hands to gold 1, gold 2. And set the high plank, top of a push-up. 3 breaths. Not lazy, pulling wrists towards toes, toes towards wrists. Still getting long through the spine.